Thank you, Mr. Hassan, for your nice and clear message to all of the audience here. I'm thanking you by the name of all Darfurians who are the victims. I don't know how they are, if they eat their portion today or not. So I thank you all that you dedicate your time on Sunday morning to come up to Geneva here to attend this summit, and a special thanks to UN Watch as a sponsor and the team who were working very hard day and night to organize this day. So I'm very grateful and thankful for all of you here. First of all, I would like to talk about, I'm presenting some person who's supposed to be here today. And this person is Mr. Ahmed Ibrahim Direk. He was the former governor of Darfur when Darfur was one region. Today Darfur is divided to three. Of course, this man, he's supposed to be here today, but unfortunately he was having an accident, and we hope that he's getting or recovering better today. So I don't have contact, but I wish him good health and to cover as soon as possible. So what I would like to say also, it is really he was lucky to be somewhere abroad, not to be in Darfur or somewhere, because otherwise he was going to be dead today. Because with this accident, you cannot survive because you have no medical care, you have nothing. So this guy was really struggling for Darfur a long time in the early 80s, and he was doing a lot for Darfur, but the government of Sudan or the people who have power in the central, they were always putting pressure on Darfur, and as we know, since 1960, or we will say 84 or before, we were always victims for the regime governments and who came before and who are coming and coming and coming. And today, after such a long time struggling with our people, they stand up for this. The movements are stand and they want to defend their rights, but unfortunately, they put the whole region under control of the government, which is true. So what I would like to say now, we have really bad situation in Darfur now, right now, which is really bad, I will say, after the warrant arrest warrant issued by the ICC. The government of Sudan thrown over 13 or 14 NGOs or the humanitarian organizations out of the region. And this is affecting Darfur very much, because I would say 99% of Darfurians are depending on these relief organizations who are helping them to survive and to get the medical care. They don't get this now. Like I would say, a week ago I lost a cousin. He was just having normal sickness and he has to go to the doctor to check up, but he cannot make it because there was no doctor to go to check to know what he has. Because all the doctors who were down, they were thrown out, and now Darfur is left alone without any care. And we're still here sitting and talking about human beings. So we are forgetting and thinking that we are as forgotten people in Darfur, but I don't think that we're forgotten, because I see all these nice faces here. They are coming, they are cutting long distance here to come to participate with us and to cooperate with us, or to talk with us, and to give us some feeling that we are also not alone in our tragedy. I'm really appreciating it. So, before yesterday also I lost an uncle. He was also sick, and he cannot also go through just to get some tablets for, I don't know, whatever, stomach ache, whatever it is, and he was also passed away. And this is also, it was hitting me as a result of the thrown organizations out of the region. And I will say this is only me, that which I have only in my territory. I think in every family in Darfur right now they have so much casualties and so much dead people and sick people. They cannot get treatment because they have no doctors down there. If somebody can afford to go down to Khartoum or whatever, wherever, then they have no money to afford it. So they prefer to stay in their bed until they die. And this is what we are arguing, that the maternal organizations and the international community has to put a pressure on the government of Sudan to allow these organizations to go back as soon as possible so as to support these people in their treasury, to help them to get somehow along with their life. They are fed up and they are really tired of struggling. At 6 years' time, we see the genocide is running, nobody's caring. We are just talking. As Mr. Aston said, we are just talking, but we're supposed to do something. This is the responsibility of international community. International community has to take its responsibility that these people are born to be protected, to be survive and to be free. If I will tell you, one day, once we were, as Darfurian, we were supporting and feeding Saudi Arabia or the Mecca, as you know. Today we became sitting and waiting for some people to bring us food. We are not able to even to help ourselves. We are really tired of this. Every time I call home, so people are saying, so every time people are asking how long we will be waiting like this. They're asking if I hear what has happened to them. I have no answer. Really, I have no answer for them. So this is really the matter of the humanity. We are, as I said, in Sudan, we left alone in our tragedy. We have no support. So a week or I would say last week on 13th of this month, there were 9 people who were being sentenced to death. They executed them, and they are all African because of their race. And this way, just very simple, that they were 19 people who have been charged that they were killing a journalist. But this was actually, I thought, could not be that 19 people are going to kill one person. And now, 7 of them, they die in the jail by torture. And just last week, they killed the rest of them. A day after, or 2 days after, the government of Sudan announced also another death penalty to 10 of Darfurian African, of course Darfurian, who are being charged by the Sudanese court that they were attacking Khartoum in May 2008. This is very clear. This is against our people, against African, against black African, and those who are victims in this conflict, they're all Darfurian. None of them is out of Darfur, and none of them is belonging to any other tribe. They're African, and this is like, I would say, it is ethnic cleaning. cleansing, or we will say genocide, which is targeting only African people. This we will confirm that what is happening in Darfur is really racism and crime acting against a black African. Now, after all this time, we are always struggling to get somewhere to help these people. So we get no way. Anyway, tomorrow there will be the Durban Review Conference taking place, and all of them, I will say, Arab and Muslims, they agree to talk about Palestine, Afghanistan, Iraq, and all the other places where we are not counted as one of the subject in Darfur is not counted as a subject in the Durban Summit. So I would like to ask a question: are we not people or human beings, or we are second class of human beings, or what kind of people we are? This is the question always bothering me: why we are not accepted by the others as human beings? Why this is happening to us? So this is how it goes. It is, I would say, just because of us, because of our ethnic, because we are not Arab. Even when Muslim, we will not accept it as Arab. As long as we are not Arab, even when Muslim and we're black, we will count it as a second class. And that's why we are here, fighting against this racism, against this unfair treatment. And we would like to tell everybody that we are human beings, and we're here, and we're going to be as human beings everywhere. And one day the justice will come, and we're called for justice for today before tomorrow, for Darfurian and to the rest of the world as soon as possible. And thank you.